It didn't take long for Donald Trump to go on the attack against his newest and, at this point, only official competition for the Republican nomination in 2024. Nikki Haley, Trump's former ambassador to the UN, who once pledged never to run against her former boss, announced yesterday that she is running for president against her former boss. Haley officially kicked off her campaign today with a speech in Charleston in which the theme seemed to be out with the old and in with the new, a not-so-subtle jab at both President Biden and Donald Trump.
America is not past our prime. It's just that our politicians are past theirs. But let me be clear. We won't win the fight for the 21st century if we keep trusting politicians from the 20th century.
Now, Haley waved to the crowd. She walked off the stage at about 12:14 p.m. Eastern Time. Just over 3 minutes later, at 12:17 p.m., Donald Trump's campaign sent an email with a subject line, "The Real Nikki Haley." It detailed various stances Haley has taken over the years, from support for Paul Ryan's Medicare proposal to a desire to send American planes to Ukraine. The email started within a 2012 interview with the New York Times. Nikki Haley said, "The reason I actually ran for office is because of Hillary Clinton." So Trump was ready. The attack was immediate. Either that or this comment from Haley today really set him off.
In the America I see, the permanent politician will finally retire. We'll have term limits for Congress. And mandatory mental competency tests for politicians over 75 years old.
For the record, Haley might say, "Oh, I was talking about President Biden, who's 80. Donald Trump is 76, so he'd get that same test. Trump had seemed ready to welcome Haley to the race. After all, the more Republicans who run against Trump, the more they will likely divide the not Trump vote. And just 2 months ago, he seemed to be welcoming Haley into the race. So does this mean he now sees her as a legitimate threat? Our guest last night thought she absolutely was a threat. Tonight, we talked to someone who has a different mindset. Joe Walsh, former Republican congressman who now identifies as an independent. Joe, I followed your commentary on Twitter and reached out to you. You don't think Haley has a shot?
Hey, Dan, always good to be with you. She's not where this party is. Dan, when I watched her today, it was like I was watching a Republican from 2008 or 2012 announce that they're running for president. This is not that Republican Party. She's not where the party is. Most Republicans don't believe Joe Biden won fair and square. Most Republicans don't believe the vaccines work. The leader of the Republican Party, still Donald Trump, only 2 years ago led a violent attempt to overthrow an American election. That's where this party is. Nikki Haley doesn't have a lane in that party.
But Donald Trump's numbers, at least when it comes to leading the party, seem to be increasingly going down. Yes, there's some polls that still show him well ahead in the Republican primary. But there was a poll, for example, yesterday when Republicans were asked, who do you want to lead the party? Donald Trump, 20%, Ron DeSantis, 22%, and somebody else, 34%. My guest last night was making the point, that's the lane. The lane is that Donald Trump does not have the kind of power over the party that you're suggesting.
Dan, in virtually every poll right now, Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis garner about 80 to 85% of Republican voters. And here's what's really important. The only lane in the party is the Trump lane. There's no never Trump lane. There's no not Trumper lane. Every Republican who's supporting Ron DeSantis right now is a Trump supporter. Dan, they tell me this every day. They love Trump. They just think DeSantis can win. These are Trump supporters. So the Republican Party nominee, Dan, is either going to be Trump or it's going to be the Trumpiest Republican candidate out there. That's not Nikki Haley.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.